Today marks 1115-day sharing lessons I have learned and continue to learn with all of you. My hope is that these insights will inspire you, will support your dreams, and help you to achieve your goals, and empower you to become the person that you want to become. Today I speak about a very simple topic, actions and waiting. I think a lot of times we really put actions in one bucket and waiting in another bucket. But I think that the key to success is being able to put both those action and waiting in the same bucket. Because only when we put those into the same bucket, we're actually able to achieve success. We're not able to achieve success just by action alone, and we're not able to achieve success just by waiting alone. When you blend them together, that's where true success happens. And really, I want you to really focus on discussing, okay, what do we need to do? What are the areas and why is it so important to really blend them together? So number one is that waiting prepares for action. Waiting prepare for action. So sometimes when we want to pursue some kind of business, we want to pursue some kind of idea, we want to pursue something and we want to pursue right away. But sometimes we need to include that waiting. Because if you really want to pursue something, or pursue that business, sometimes you are not ready in some sense. So sometimes being able to prepare for it is better than take action. For example, if you are a farmer and you know that you need to plant a seed in the spring. So it means that if you are in the winter, you will not be able to plant the seed yet because you need to wait. But that means there's a lot of preparation that needs to be done. So that means that every single person who wants to pursue something, that we need to ask ourselves, is this the right time to pursue what you want? Because it might be that it's not. Timing is the key, because a lot of times people say like extraordinarily successful businesses, they always are very good in timing as well, because timing is important. That's why sometimes when you really want to pursue some kind of action, we need to ask, okay, what kind of preparation do I need to do for that action? So that means in that waiting for that action, we need to do some form of other action. But at the same time, we wait for this action by preparing for something else. And of course, we can call it the still action because you prepare for that action. Second thing that waiting is some form of an action as well. Because when you really take action, we need to understand that action alone will never achieve a success, but consistent action will give us a result. So that means that when you take action day after day, day after day, that means that you need to wait for results. So that means that the waiting is an action because you wait for results. But of course, if you don't take any action and you wait, of course, that will not lead to results. That means that you take action, you need to wait and wait and wait. People who are not able to really wait and don't have patience, they'll quit on their action. The other thing that I want to mention is that action creates the need for waiting. Action creates the need for waiting. And probably the best example for that is that when you go to gym and you work out for 2 hours or maybe an hour, doesn't matter, like you exercise very, very well. What that creates, that your muscles are tired, that you need to do what? You need to wait now. You're not able to do after 2 hours of exercise, wait for half an hour and do 2 hours of training again. You're not able to do 2 hours training and then again 2 hours again. No, you need to come back home, go to sleep, recover, and do action again. So it means that sometimes after action, you need to wait until you go able to do action again. It might be in the business as well. So what kind of things that we want to do much, much faster, but sometimes we need to wait until we recover. Sometimes we need to really take some kind of business idea. We make that business happen. Sometimes you need to reflect, sit down and say, like, what did I learn from it? So reflections of awareness is a key aspect, because if we just finish some kind of business, we jump in something else or made a mistake and we jump in something else, we might be doing exactly the same mistake. So it's very, very important to really wait, reflect, recover, and really jump on other idea down the road. Recovery and integration. Number 4 is waiting amplifies effectiveness of action. That means that we need to understand that when we really take action, we need to really make sure that we are on the right time, because it's much more effective. So it means if you're a leader and you see that the team is developing something, that means that we're not supposed to really share a new idea until everyone is ready. So when everyone in the team is ready to implement things, at that moment when you share the idea and when you start taking that action, it will be so much more effective, because some actions are much more effective. Because when you think about really developing the skill set, and you are like from 1 to 10, and it means that the people who are at 10, they will do different kind of activities than the person who is at 1. So it means that knowing what kind of actions you could take is very, very important, because actions that people who are at the first level will be different than actions that at 10. Even though those 10 could be much better actions, but if you start from lower end and you develop yourself, so that means that being able to wait until you start doing the other actions could amplify the effectiveness of your actions. It's complicated and probably explain complicated, but the most important part is that sometimes the actions that you want to do requires you to develop yourself until those actions will become much more effective. Number 5 that I want to mention is that actions validate waiting. That means that when you really take some reflection time and wait and really put all the mind ideas on the paper, at that moment you have some things to really take action on. So that means that that's what one mistake that people do, and we do a lot of times, that when we have some kind of problem to solve, we think about ideas that we could really solve the problem, and one idea came up into your mind and you right away execute. One thing is that even though this is great, but sometimes even better is that, okay, so I have one idea, let's sit down, reflect, wait until I have 2-3 potential solutions to solve this problem. It might be that the third solution that you come up will be 10 times better than the first one. So waiting is very powerful tool, not jumping right away, but really allowing yourself a couple minutes. Now, we understand it. Analysis paralysis. So that we don't need 10, 20, 100 solutions, but maybe at least 3 solutions. We're not supposed to jump on the first one. Sometimes it's okay, from those 3, which one is the best one? And that could allow you to be much more effective. And the last one thing that I want to mention is that rhythm of life. And I think that it's just need to alternate between waiting and action, waiting and action, waiting and action. And there's a lot of different reasons why that we need to do, because it's just this cycle. Sometimes we need to take more action, sometimes we need to take more reflection. And when you have cycles just of thinking, just of action, I think that leads to different things. Like if you just wait without action, you don't get any results. If you take action, but you don't wait or reflect, you keep doing the same mistakes over and over again. So being able to do majority of the time action and then wait on that action, I think that's where the true success are. So I hope that you reflect as well. Like when you think about your actions, how do you see action and waiting combines and integrates together? Because as I said today, like the most important part is the balance between those. Now, I agree that 80% of the time action is more important than waiting. But when you're still taking that action, you need to wait. Because so many people quit on their dreams because they take so much action, but they're just not willing to wait until the results will show up from that action. So patience is the key to success, and waiting is a patience. Because I love the saying that you need to be aggressive with your actions and patient with your results. Aggressive with your actions and patient with your results. And that's what it says, that you need to be aggressively taking action, but patient with your results. And when you have that aggressive action and patient results, at that moment, people like this are most successful. So I hope that you will choose to win, and see you tomorrow.